My goodness, buti na lang may tablet ako pag zinuzoom ko. Buti na lang malinaw ang mata ko. Kaya sandali lang. Today we gather to commemorate the 62nd Foundation Day of our beloved school, Bacood Elementary School. This, of course, is of paramount importance. Why? To celebrate and reflect on the past achievements, struggles, and growth that have shaped our present or current state today. More importantly, it is celebrated to honor its history and the founders. It is in this light then that I would like to share with you just a glimpse of Bacood Elementary School history, how it came into existence. This Bacood Elementary School started as a Bacood Primary School attached to Thomas Earnshaw Elementary School. Saan yun? Sa Punta Elementary School, yeah. It was named after a former mayor of Manila, Thomas Earnshaw. Appointed siya. He was not elected, but he was appointed by President Quezon. Kaya Thomas Earnshaw Elementary School siya. According to history, Bacood had a very strong, cohesive organization named Samahan ng Kapitbahay. Ang tawag dito ay Samahang Kapitbahay, led by a very well-known civic leader, Attorney Bruno Papas. Okay? Narinig niyo na ba yun? Si Attorney Bruno Papas. Siya ang nagsimula talaga ng move. Because Bacood residents before had a very ardent desire to have an independent elementary school, not a primary annex of Thomas Earnshaw, for two reasons. Okay? Parents before had to pay for the fare of the pupils or their children in going to Thomas Earnshaw. And another reason for them to have an independent elementary school is because of the hazards the children face when they are on a boat going to Thomas Earnshaw. Nakapunta niyo ba yun? Because Mandaluyong and Bacood are separated by a river. We have to cross the river by boat. Kesa umikot pa tayo ng long route, no? In going to Mandaluyong. Naranasan ko yun, na sumasakay kami sa boat. So those are the two ardent reasons why Bacood community have their desire to have an independent elementary school. Now, Attorney Bruno Papas heard this desire, and so he formed a group. He and his group began to lobby in front of, they went to Manila City Hall and to Congress. Luckily, they were heard by the mayor then, Mayor Lacson. Yeah, Mayor Lacson granted their appeal. And so, the group of Attorney Papas and the other residents were asked to search a land that will be purchased para tayo yung Bacood Elementary School. Nakakita naman sila. They luckily near Lubiran Street. Pero hindi pa ito. Okay? Luckily, they found a vacant land. But unfortunately, when blueprints were already prepared, it was disapproved by the councilors of the 3rd district. Why? Because of health safety reasons, and one is noise pollution. So, Attorney Papas and his group left no stone unturned. Still, they searched for another land. And luckily, they found a substitute land adjacent to the land that they were supposed to. Nawala yung page po. Okay? Pasensya na kasi, alam mo, yung scratch ko, hindi ko na nire-write. Okay? Luckily, they found a 1.2 hectare land. Ito yun. Okay. 1.2, na ko lang nalaman nga yung measurement. Dito na lang ako magsasagot. Sorry. Kahit na natuturo ako pag may maingay, yun po ako. Ayaw ko sila mag-ingay. Ay, pag hindi sila ulit ko ng pagdaldal, akong lalabas ng room. Kaya pala, hindi na lang tayo nagpapasino. Okay. Okay. But there was still a problem when they searched this 1.2 hectare land. It was occupied by temporary tenants. Ayaw namin pangalanan silang, di ba? Hindi na silang pinapangalanan ng squatters na yun. Informal settlers. Okay, they were occupied. But Attorney Bruno's Papas was very tough. Negotiations counting to months. Many months ensued negotiating with the temporary occupiers. And so, they were rewarded with their efforts. And so, Senator Arturo Tolentino then and the tandem with Mayor Lacson, they joined efforts to purchase the land. Attorney Papas, together with Mrs. Angelina Eliken, the very first principal who was sent to handle the Bacood Primary Annex, they lobbied at Congress and Manila City Hall. And they were granted 300,000 funds for the construction of a wooden 3-story building. But at Mrs. Eliken, the very first principal, wouldn't settle for anything less. She lobbied for a 2-story but concrete building. And so, 100,000 pesos was again added to the original 300,000. So, to start, meron na silang 400,000. Okay? So, on October 22, there are two now dates that will confuse the celebration of the Foundation Day. On October 22, 1962, the foundation was laid. So, construction ensued, concerted efforts of teachers, the Bacood residents, and then by Attorney Brunas Papas again, and Mrs. Eliken, they worked together until the provision and the construction of a 2-story L-shaped building. Yun ang naabutan ko in 1970. The L-shaped but concrete building. Okay? And then so, it was a concerted effort. And so BES was completed, another date again. And the completion of the building was done on November 21, 1963. So there are two dates, remember those dates. Saan na kayo yung susunod ko? Okay. And then, ayan, okay. So they are choosing na, nasa stage na sila ng choice ng name. And Bacood Elementary School was the choice name given to the building. Okay? The people then, sabi nila, as long as it stands, they would not want anybody to change the name. Okay? So may ad-lib ako ng sandali dito. Nung nalaman namin ito, na si Attorney Bruno Papas, sabi ko, tayo lang ang school dito na hindi named after a person. And Thomas Ercios is named after a person. Burgos is named after the hero Burgos. UNP Quirino, di ba? It was named, tayo lang dito. Sabi ko, dapat pala, pangalan ng school natin, Bruno Papas Elementary School. Sabi ko, layo ang bangkaba naman. Pwede na lang kayang Bruno Elementary School. Para din to maintain the acronym of BES. Di ba? Pero yung pala, nung nabasa ko yung history, hindi pala, ayaw pala nilang balikan yung name. It would remain as is as long as the building stands. Okay. So, be it, Bacood Elementary School. Nung maliit nga yung anak ko, nung hindi niya masabi yung Bacood, mapupunta Bacood Elementary School. Okay, naging uod tuloy yung Bacood. Okay. So after the completion of the building, naturally, what comes next? The inauguration. After 2 years of the completion, the inauguration was done. But there was no exact date on the history that I read. Mrs. Annie Bagatsing, the wife of Mayor Bagatsing then, cut the ceremonial ribbon. And a certain Father Arsenio Bautista blessed the building. Hindi ko pinanong Father. Okay? Now, donations came pouring in after the inauguration. They came in cash, kind, and labor. Now, in kind, many donated, for example, chairs, tables, cabinets, conference table, typewriter, a beautiful painting, and potted plants donated by Mrs. Eliken to beautify the surroundings. Yan. So, Bacod Elementary School was completed November 21, 1963. Okay. But what touched me most after reading the history, the very long history that March sent me, these were the two paragraphs that caught my attention. And I don't want to make ad-libs. I will read them to you verbatim without any additional. It goes like this. The pioneer teachers donated their labor of love, loyalty, and dedication to the service. All these can only be acknowledged, but can never be repaid. Diba? And to the alumni, may message din sa inyo. To the graduates of Bacood Elementary School, look back whence you came from, and you will go far. Diba? Totoo naman yun. You are successful in your chosen field of endeavor. Okay? Whether you are graduate, whether you're undergraduates, success is there. Because success is according to the outside world. But success for you is within yourself. So do not compare yourself with others. Okay, I mentioned the pioneer teachers, and I would like to give them credit to the very first teachers who were assigned here. Okay? And luckily, naabutan ko pa sila. Because I was assigned here in 1970 after I graduated. And the very first person is Mrs. Angelina Eliken, the principal. Then assistant principal, Mrs. Flora Caragay. And the teachers are the following. Mrs. Anayas, a grade 5 science teacher. Mrs. Astudillo, an HE teacher of grade 6. You know them well. Okay? And Mrs. Balabis, an English grade 6 teacher. Mrs. Aya, together with Mrs. Gregorio, our two librarians there. Miss Jokno, an English teacher of grade 5. Mrs. Doctolero, a Filipino teacher in grade 6. Our nurse, Miss Jimenez. Natatandaan ko pa siya, lagi siya nakakap pagka nagra-round. Okay? And then we have Miss Lim. I'm sorry, I know nothing of a certain Miss Lim. Meron bang may kilala sa inyo? Fellow retirees, Miss Lim. Hindi ko alam kung saan siya assigned. Mrs. Carlyle, our remedial reading teacher. Kilala ko po. Kasi neighbor ko siya. Because she is in charge of non-readers. Lahat ng non-readers sa klase, pinapadala sa kanya. And luckily, neighbor ko siya doon sa building, doon sa dulo, sa end room, atop the office. Tapos ang room niya nasa corridor, and all non-readers were sent to her. So, wala akong problem sa non-readers ko kasi I was handling the last section of grade 3, and she helped me with that. Okay? Then we have Mrs. De Los Angeles, who became the assistant principal to Miss Lord. Okay. Miss Corpus. Yeah, kilala niyo yan. A legitimate Bacood resident. Yes. The science teacher of grade 6. Mrs. Yao. I know nothing. You know? I'm sorry, I know nothing of Mrs. Yao. Where was she assigned? Okay. Ayun, kilala nila. See, may mas antiquated pa sa akin dito. Mrs. Jose came ahead of me. Mrs. Mamalateo came ahead of me. Wala na, yung ibang okay. Mrs. Malateo came ahead of me. Right? Okay. Mga 1960s siya, mga teacher yan ng grade 1. Mrs. Buenaventura, a former grade 1 teacher and later became an HE teacher. We call her our Miss Araya. Alam ko, wala siya, pero she's still going on strong. Kaya lang wala siya, mag-alis. And Miss Mila Ortile, our PE teacher. Of course. And last but not the least, my friend, Dr. Evelyn Andan. I owe her a lot of gratitude because during my first year of teaching, wala akong alam. When you are a new graduate, you are equipped with theories but not with practicum. So, na-assign ako sa grade 3, siya yung medyo nauna ng ano. Lagi ako pupunta sa bahay nila bago ako magturo. Because it's different in the field and it's different when you are studying in college. It's very different. Okay? So, siya yung patiently teaching, taught me the steps on how to carry. Alam naman sa grade 3, lahat ng subjects hawak namin. Even music. Okay, wala kami kawala. Pero fortunately, that was my practicum in college. Okay, grade 2 music. Yeah, lahat ng notes nun, ang principal namin si Ma'am Salvador. Out of tune ka lang, pagka inaano ka niya, isang note lang ang mawala, patay ka. Okay. So, natutunan kong ng staff, yung mag-draw ng mga notes. Okay, so staff. Okay, so these are our predecessors. Huh? And we owe them a lot to them. Because with their courage and resilience, they have paved the way for us to achieve successes, a series of success. Their dedication has given us the foundation to build upon. As we celebrate our legacy, we not only pay tribute to those who came before us, but also inspire those who will come after us, after you. Then, the active teachers now of Bacood Elementary School, you have now the responsibility to empower yourselves and create a brighter future for generations to come. Now, how will you empower yourselves? Ang swerte nyo nga at the press of your finger. All what you want to know will come out. Diba? Press nyo lang, type nyo lang yung gusto yung topic and it will come out. And that will empower. Read it. But, if you must possess a sense of discernment. Kasi hindi lahat ng nababasa natin, di ba? We have to accept. So you should know what to discern what is right and what is wrong. What is fake and what is genuine. What is acceptable to according to your values and which are not. So that is a way of empowering yourselves. Okay, so that is how our beloved school came into existence. Now, there are two dates that I mentioned. Nalilito daw sila. What should be the basis? 1962 or 1963? Now, 1962 is the laying of foundation. Okay? Kaya importante yun. From the point of view of engineers, may engineer ba tayo ditong alumni? Alumnus? From the point of view of engineers, architects, and those on the construction industry, the laying of foundation is very important to them. So they made that the basis of the foundation day. But I searched further. I want to erase the confusion, I searched further on the meaning of Foundation Day. And I come up with this. Foundation Day is an important occasion that commemorates the establishment of a school. Very simple, no? Establishment is a very simple word, but it connotes a multiple meaning. So when I look it up, establishment, wala namang binigay na importante meaning. So I make establishment, kinuha yung root word niya, establish. So I looked up the meaning of establish, and there I got the idea. Establish is to bring into existence. Okay, so November 21, 1963 is the completion of the school. The date when Bacoor Elementary School came into existence. So based on that, we are not naman engineers. We have a different perspective. We can base our counting of the Foundation Day based on November 21, 1963. So that, don't confuse because yun na yung nagista namin nung pagbilang namin, it was based in 1963. So, rightly, we are celebrating the 62nd Foundation Day. Kaya lang yung date, it was November 21. Hindi ko alam yung anong date natin sineselebrate. Tatandaan ko November 27, nung nandito pa ako. So, you have to move. Just a slight change will do. Does that solve your confusion? Teachers of Bacoor? Okay na? That's based on the counting on in 1963. Kasi yun namang Stone Lake Foundation, wala pang use yun eh. It's just a corner. Yun talaga yung simula. Diba? Kahit naman sa Bible, diba? Yun ang rock. The rock. Yun ang simula ng establishment ng something. Okay? Now, so, happy Foundation, 62nd Foundation Day again today. And it's another year of upholding our values and traditions. And good morning, and thank you for listening.
Sino pala ng scratch?